Good evening. It is that time again where the UEFA Champions League group stage is drawn and we will find out who our teams get. And we are delighted to see that there are 6 British clubs in the group stage draw. Let me just say that. I cannot remember the last time I could say those words. But we are joined by a fabulous panel this evening, and they all support different clubs. So, in the Chelsea corner, we have Josh. How are you, Josh?
I'm not doing too well, thank you. I had a long day at work. I'm quite tired. I've got a lot of football these next 2 days. But I look forward to the story. Chelsea are just all over the place at the moment. A bit of consistency-wise. So I just feel like, on top of the bad chat, on top of the weird transfer window we've had, we're probably going to get the group of death of like all the best possible team from each spot. So yeah, I don't look forward. I hope we do get Rangers, because I don't think give Rangers to get hammered and stuff for it's just a short race up front.
We know full well that you would not batter Rangers at Ibrox. You can barely batter what? Leeds? Oh wait, Leeds battered you.
In the Liverpool corner, we have the man who is described as the David Attenborough podcast, and is Mr. Owen Thomas from Cop On. How are you, Owen?
I can never live up to that intro. Thank you very much for having me. I'm absolutely splendidly well, and I hope you're well too, Doug, and the rest of the panel. Lovely to be here, or even if it's beyond awful start, but for Liverpool for this season. But we're looking tired, we're looking jaded and faded, but it's a long season, so who knows what's going to happen. We're in it for the joy, we're in it for the optimism, and can't wait for the draw.
Yeah, I can't wait for the draw. We have a Tottenham Hotspur supporter who will be absolutely delighted that they are back in the Champions League. Jordan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here for my first time. But as you said, just delighted to be back in the Champions League. I'm hoping we get a few big boys in the group stages. I want to go out there and make a statement. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. And they made it last night for the first time in 12 years. Rangers FC are back in the Champions League. Reese, good evening. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm representing a lot of things. I mean, I'm representing football and I'm representing snakes, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good, thank you. And this is going to be fun. Hopefully, there's not a repeat like last year, but no surprise. I mean, we already know who's going to be doing the draw, so it probably will happen again. So
We're not technically representing 3 teams.
I'm representing a few, put it that way.
Yeah, Milan, Leipzig, Rangers. Is there anybody else?
No, it's just that. I'd like to see Benfica get a good group because I'm fondness of their history, but I'm looking forward to the draw. That's just a fondness, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it is definitely going to be very, very interesting. I did have this comment earlier. I hope they don't give Club Brugge a group of death. Yeah, they are in group.
I hope they do.
They are in pot 4. So that could be very, very. That could be very, very intriguing.
I want them here so De Ketelaere can score a hat trick in Belgium. That's what I want.
Now, this is the thing. The Champions League schedule for the group stage is a little bit different this season. Because of obviously due to the World Cup, they have to get the group stage done by November. So obviously there accruing across the bottom of your screen is basically the scheduling. So the first games are to take place on the 6th and 7th of September. And then the second match week is obviously 11th to the 12th of September. I have to say, Josh, this is uncharted territory. I've never known the Champions League to be this early.
No, it's the Champions League's all this early, and obviously the Carabao Cup started there. This week. I think football clubs are going to be playing. The last match day is then followed by the Carabao Cup. So you think about the amount of times teams are going to be playing Saturday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. And continue. The amount of football these players are going to be playing between now and the summertime. Because including the World Cup, it's ridiculous. And and you kind of obviously have the kind of, the players had a short holiday in the summer past there due to the Nations League towards the end of back in last season. So a lack of holiday, so many football games. It's just, everyone knew the World Cup in the winter was an absolutely awful decision, and now the football authorities have to work around that. And don't get me wrong, we all love football, but it comes to a certain point where the lack of quality in these games is going to start showing as players are physically going to start dropping dead. Because you imagine Naby Keita playing the guy with that 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know it's going to be very, very intriguing actually to see what kind of games we actually have, because as I said, this is one of the earliest group stages I can certainly remember anyway. And I know it obviously starts in September as well, but I've never known for a group stage to finish in November, obviously due to a World Cup. So, Owen, there could be potentially some shocks in this Champions League, couldn't there?
Well, I'm already shocked when I see the seeding. Eintracht Frankfurt in pot 1 and Liverpool in pot 2. I guess you've got to have, someone from each country in pot 1 or something. I'm not sure.
I think so Frankfurt are the Europa League winners, I think.
Oh,
Liverpool,
excuse me. Okay.
Second.
Sorry, I missed that.
Because Liverpool finished second as well. That's why they're in pot 2 as well.
Yes,
yeah.
But 3 finals in the last 4 years. I mean, okay, we've only won one of them, but I'm a little bit surprised at that. But it's quite good because I live in Paris, and it opens up the possibility of Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, which would be just on a purely selfish level, absolutely marvelous. But yeah, I mean, there are there's Barcelona, Chelsea, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Leipzig, and Tottenham in pot 2, all dangerous teams in different ways. So I don't know, it's exciting. So yeah, I mean, Champions League, there's always full of thrills and spills and surprises and U-turns and backward turns and sideways turns, and we just we follow it all with anticipation, don't we? And sometimes glee.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Am I not mistaken though? Is it next season or the season where if you have a good history, in Europe, that you'll automatically get a spot into Europe? No, that's next season.
Next season.
That's also going to affect. So obviously if Chelsea finish 6th next season, we'll still get Champions League football because of our history in the competition. So it'll be interesting to see how the pot's running all next season. But yeah, that's a story for a different time. I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, you've got it's called the UEFA coefficient, isn't it? So as it stands, I've got the coefficient numbers in front of me. Actually, Bayern Munich are top on 138,000, which is a bit weird. Real Madrid 124,000, but between Real Madrid and 124,000 and Bayern Munich on 138,000, you've got City and Liverpool on 134,000. And then after Real Madrid, just after, is Chelsea on 123,000. Who makes up these numbers? I've got no idea, but I bet they've had an ale or two beforehand.
Yeah, certainly is. I mean, obviously, when you look at we will look at the pots very, very soon. But Jordan, is there anyone you would like to avoid in the Champions League?
I think it goes without saying, Real Madrid. They're pretty much the dons of the Champions League. No one wants them, whether it's group stage or later in the competition. So I'd probably just say Real Madrid. You don't want to get them. They're just a team to avoid. Sometimes it's like in the group stage you can have a good game against them and build confidence, but they're a knockout team. So I'd like to avoid them as much as possible.
Yeah, and then Reece, same question to you. Is there anyone you would want to avoid for obviously Rangers' sake?
No, I don't want anyone to be avoided personally. I think realistically, Rangers have taken on the best in Europe past 3 or 4 years. I don't think you should be afraid of anyone personally. Like obviously, the likes of Bayern Munich, Milan, Real Madrid, you don't want to play them, but end of the day, if you want to test yourself in Europe, you've got to play the best. So, frankly, what's the point being? What is the point of being scared? If you go in with a fear mentality like that, you're not going to go anywhere. So, by all means, go for it. go for it.
That is very, very true. Hello, Cedric. Hope you're good. Thank you for tuning in. Shane O'Donnell says, my dream group would be Porto, Liverpool, Dortmund, and Rangers. That would be quite a group, actually. That would be very, very good. I think we are going to probably be escorted out of Portugal very, very soon because they always seem to get Porto. So don't be surprised if we get Sporting. Do not be surprised if we get Sporting. But shall we have a look at the pots anyway? Because there we go. Real Madrid, Eintracht Frankfurt, Manchester City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, FC Porto, and Ajax. So yeah, very, very tasty ties, definitely. In pot 2, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, RB Leipzig, and Tottenham Hotspur. In pot 3, Borussia Dortmund, Red Bull Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Benfica, Inter Milan, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, and Bayer Leverkusen. Nice to see Bayer Leverkusen back, isn't it? I haven't had them for a while. And in pot 4, we have Marseille, Club Brugge, Celtic FC, Maccabi Haifa. They've not been in the Champions League for a wee while. Victoria Pilsen, another team who's not been in the Champions League for a wee while. Dynamo Zagreb, Rangers FC, and FC Copenhagen. So yes. So some very, very interesting teams in there. I mean, Reese, Maccabi Haifa are one that kind of stand out. We haven't had them for a while. Israeli champions last season.
Yeah, very true. And obviously, we work in the same building. I did tell you the other day that I did think Maccabi Haifa were going to the Champions League. I said it with confidence. I think Maccabi Haifa were going through. I'm actually glad that they were back in the Champions League because last time they were in it, they pulled off some really interesting upsets as well. I'm pretty sure they gave Bayern a run for their money. Like, I think they played Real Madrid as well at one point. They're not a bad team. Like, the only thing is, though, is because it's out in Israel, like, no disrespect to Israel, but there's not a lot of investment in their leagues. So Maccabi Haifa are, well, apart from Apoel and all that, they are like the biggest club over there. So they're not really going to have much competition. But if anything, if you're in the Champions League, you deserve to be there. There's no real excuse for it. If you're in there, you want to do your best. Like, either way, they're going to get a bit of money out of this to strengthen their squad. It's good publicity, obviously, when they go over there for the country itself. Good publicity, also bad publicity, depending on your political beliefs. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the political side of it, but right now, just for the sense of like just being a Maccabi Haifa player, you'd be happy being in the Champions League. So credit to them and welcome back to the Champions League.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the one name stands out for me, Jordan, though, when you look at Tottenham Hotspur in the Champions League. Inter Milan. I remember those games against Inter Milan where I think Gareth Bale scored in that's right. The San Siro. Would it be lovely to go back to the San Siro facing Inter Milan again?
Honestly, the two teams that I really want is either Milan or Inter Milan. I just want one of those two teams. I've had this, some call it agenda, for a while now. But I don't think the Serie A, although I like watching it, is of a top quality. And over the past couple of years, I don't think their best teams would even get into the top 4 in the Premier League. So for me, I want to go up against their best. Bring me AC Milan, bring me Inter Milan. I want to go to the San Siro, have a day out. I know we're one of the only, we've got a pretty decent record at the San Siro, considering we played into there a few years ago in the Champions League, as well as AC Milan. So I'd like to draw one of those teams. But also another team that stood out to me in just this pot 4, I didn't realize they're here. Dynamo Zagreb. Yes. We need redemption. We need redemption, man. What happened last time when Jose was there? They had their manager in prison, and they done us over in that 3-0. We need to get them back bad, man. Like, it hurt. I don't think there was one European night that's hurt me as bad as that did, only because the way that it went down. So I'd love to get them in pot 4 and go and pump them with a few goals. We have to get them back. Yeah, and my next question to you, Josh, is, do you see one of the English clubs getting one of the Scottish clubs?
It's a flip of a coin. I hope they do. I think Rangers. I think from Rangers' point of view, I think Rangers. Just want top 3. I think they'll take third happily, in any situation, just to stay in Europe. Obviously, get another shot at the Europa League. But I think Rangers would just love to welcome a big English club to Ibrox. And, we all know Ibrox is a fortress, so I think that would be Quite good. Celtic, Celtic obviously have a terrible history in Europe. I don't think I've won a knockback game in a long time. So,
well over a decade.
I think Rangers have more of a chance going free in the Champions League. Small margins maybe over Celtic. I feel like Ibrox is a 10 times scary place to go to than Parkhead, because Parkhead is loud, but it's not Ibrox. In Ibrox, the fans are close to the pitch. They've got this particular atmosphere. Chelsea go to Ibrox, we'll lose because we cannot play in.
Of course you will.
We can't play in hostile atmosphere. Just on AC Milan too. Also, AC Milan will be looking to have a far better European campaign than what they did last.
I expect a better campaign. I expect a better campaign.
I think Celtic will probably finish third or fourth in their group wherever they get. But I do think Rangers could fight for top two. So I feel like Van Bronckhorst, as we've seen in the Champions League game last time, he's just a different manager when it comes to European football. And you don't get Rangers to a European final for no reason. If you get Rangers to a European final, you can finish top two in the Champions League. So I think it's going to be interesting. I'm glad to see Rangers back in. Celtic, I hope they just finish fourth with no points. I just don't like. I don't support anyone in the Scottish League. I just don't like Celtic.
Yeah,
I'm always like Josh.
Owen, I suppose one of the main standouts, obviously, for Liverpool and obviously pot 3 would be potentially Borussia Dortmund. Klopp going back to Dortmund would be very interesting.
It would indeed, yeah. Back to the yellow wall. I mean, we could make it a sort of "you'll never walk alone" group if we get Celtic as well. Sorry to Josh and Reese, but I've always liked Celtic and Rangers. I like them both, even as unfashionable as that may be. But I think Celtic sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," Borussia Dortmund sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," and of course Liverpool do. And then so if we get get those two, I'd be happy. But yeah, Dortmund be great. I don't watch German football.
You would absolutely turn them over. You would turn them over. Oh,
that's good to know. Yeah, I mean, but that I thought that on the weekend. I thought we'd turn you over on Monday night, and what happened? We didn't turn anyone over. We couldn't even turn a pancake over. We were absolutely awful. So who knows with Liverpool? Who knows what's going on?
I mean, Reece is absolutely right when he says that we would probably turn Dortmund over because defensively, I don't know what it is with Dortmund, but they're just not great defensively.
Have they still got that old man? What's his name? Begins with an H.
Hummels.
Hummels.
Yeah.
Have they still got Hummels? You're kidding me.
Still got Hummels.
I don't think he's going to.
He's older than I am.
I don't think he's going to be first choice for a while though, because they do have Nicolas Schüller and they do have Nico Schlotterbeck. I would rather they go with them for first choice long term.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Liz, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Douglas the Lionhearted, she says, thank you very much. I do appreciate that as well. Hello, Hella. Good afternoon. Hope you are well. And as Liz says, like and share the stream as well. Obviously, before the draw does start, I will ask you to plug your channel. So, Josh, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, just JTSH. A very original name. Took me hours to think about this name. I'll admit I haven't done too much content since I changed jobs. My schedule, I don't work consistent hours. My schedule changes, and obviously just trying to find the time to film and edit. But I am planning to do a Glenavon game tomorrow. I'm going to be vlogging. And we'll just start going. But I do have some old videos on there. I will do videos on the podcast again just once I get a consistent schedule, because as I said, I'm doing 5 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon these next few days, so I am shattered in the afternoon. So I just need to find the motivation, but the videos will definitely come back. I just need to, and also I'm getting a new computer, so meaning new editing software, meaning improved videos too. So that's also part of what I'm waiting on. So yeah, JVSH for everything sports related, and even a bit more beyond that.
Excellent. Owen, tell people where they can find you.
Well, Cop On started. We're now in season 5 as an audio podcast.
Season 5? Wow.
Yes, it's our 5th season, which is pretty cool. And it's been an amazing journey to follow the story of the Reds over these years, the Liverpool Reds. And but I've just gotten into updating the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is very small. We've only got 210 subscribers. So if anyone out there could subscribe to Cop On Podcast, that would be really good. But I'm trying to build it up. I've got a brand new sort of layout, and I'm going to have more and more YouTube activity, as well as the audio podcast, which you can get from Spotify and wherever you get them, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, you should be able to find Cop On. And it's it's mainly for Liverpool fans, but I'm very happy to have guests like we had Reese previewing the United game, although I'm going to stop doing that because that was the second time we've done a preview when I've been optimistic and you've been pessimistic, and the second time that you absolutely trounced us. So, but no, I'm kidding. You're welcome back anytime, Reese. Really good to have fans, and Josh has been on it as well, and you too have been on it, Doug. And I'd love to get Jordan on it one day. It's really nice to meet you, Jordan, and I'd love to hear your views from the Tottenham perspective as well. But that's a little bit about Cop On. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan, do you have a channel?
No, so I don't have my own channel, but I do bounce around quite a few channels. You might find me. I do host the Tottenham show every Wednesday at 6 o'clock on Never a Foul. So you can catch me there hosting the Spurs show. And then every other week, pretty much I'm on the Football Terrace. Some may know the channel, on the Top 6 show. So, you'll see me there, as well as many other podcasts just bouncing around, but I don't have my own channel. So you can just see my there's my Twitter. You can find me there.
Absolutely. And Reese, tell people where they can find you.
Right here when it's not flashing, Devil's Rising on YouTube and Twitter. 250 subs, gaming channel, but working away. It doesn't really matter what the subs are. The quality matters to me. So that's all that matters to me.
100%. Yeah, guys, please go and check these guys out. The draw is literally just getting underway right now. I think they are showing a little montage, obviously, last season. And I mean, the quality of the Champions League was something else, wasn't it? It was something else last season, Reece, wasn't it?
Yeah, last season had some really good results. Like, some teams really were caught by surprise. I think the likes of Chelsea, Man City, obviously getting their arses handed to them by Real Madrid. PSG, surprisingly, actually no, I'll rephrase that. Unsurprisingly, doing what they do best, flopping in Europe. The Italian clubs, I do agree with what Jordan said. Like, as much as I want Milan to do better, they were really poor in the group stage. Porto, half decent. Sporting were a really surprise package in the group because Dortmund were a sack of shit. Bayern Munich should have done a whole lot better. Villarreal for me were the surprise team of the Champions League last year. Villarreal getting all the way to semi-final. They were fantastic. And no surprise for me that the best team in Europe was the rightful champion, in my opinion, in Real Madrid. I think we got the right. That's not because obviously I hate Liverpool. It's purely the sense that they got to the final in the right way. They had the hardest run. And for me, the one that gets to the final in the hardest run and then earns it in the final is the team that deserves to be champion. So it was great the whole way through. Yeah, I love last season's Champions League. I thought it was entertaining.
It was very, very good. I mean, Josh, obviously Chelsea not had the best starts of the season as well. Do you think Tuchel might target the Champions League potentially?
I do. I think the Champions League is probably best suited to us. I don't think we have that consistency or goal scoring ability to be a team.
Oh,
sorry, apologies. Mentioned I decided to die.
That's all right. Hella says Milan very obviously focused on winning the league. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, that's all right. Collapsed. No, basically what I'm saying is I think Chelsea are definitely more going to be a cup team again this year. We don't have the squad or the ability to be a team fighting constantly, for a high place in the Premier League. But I do feel like we have the ability to be good in one and cup games. You can shake your head all you want, Reece, but it is true. Chelsea are just. We seen it against Leeds. There's so many holes in that midfield this year.
I think there's a reason for that. Is you're completely neglecting positions, in my opinion. I mean, you've got a good manager, you've got an owner that wants to back him, but all in all, I think these have neglected key positions, and you've chose to just completely sign attacking players and defenders. You neglected midfield all summer. I don't know
I
I don't know why you neglected it, but I think it's absolutely suicidal.
The reason why we've not signed midfielders is Tuchel said that he says that there's too many options there for Chelsea to go out and spend on midfield. He doesn't want to get rid of Gallagher. He doesn't want to sell Jorginho. He doesn't want to sell Kante. So they're not going to buy anyone. They're just going to rock with what to go, which is the wrong decision. But I feel like that type of midfield, that type of midfield will get away with in the Champions League because we've got a good back three behind it to try and defend it. You don't get away with it as much in a long Premier League team, but you can get away with it in the Champions League like we did. I don't think we'll win it. Probably quarterfinals, maybe if it's George nice, just semi-finals at best, along with probably finishing in the top four this season.
Alexander Kefren has just been introduced, so I would imagine that we're just waiting for the Claudio Ranieri lookalike now. So we're just waiting on him. Okay. I've just seen that anyway. Jordan, how do you think Tottenham will do in the Champions League this season?
Okay, so this is a tricky question if I'm totally honest, just because you pile it up with our team's pretty good, and I expect us to go out there and get to the quarterfinals with the quality of the squad we have, but then you have to take into consideration Conte's record. I mean, it is something that you have to look at. It's not been great in the Champions League at all. With the tight schedule, it's going to make it even tougher because, like you said, it's never happened before where you've had to do all 6 games by the start of November. So the schedule's going to be jam-packed. I don't think Conte is going to be happy with that. And so I think some games he may drop players and play weaker teams. So depending on how that all plans out and sort of what teams we do get, I do expect us to still go pretty far and at least get past the knockout rounds. If we get past the knockout rounds, I'm happy with the performance to get into the quarterfinals. That's fine for the first time being back in a few years. But I definitely don't. If we go out in the knockouts or group stage, it's a disgrace. It's just not good enough for the level of club that we are and what we're aspiring to be and the players we have. It just won't be good enough for me.
Yeah, and Reece, just a similar sort of question to you. How do you think Milan will do this time?
I expect nothing less than quarterfinals. Nothing less. The squad is good enough. They've got a good manager. Like, his style has developed over the years. I'm just watching the montage of for me, the best European side of all time, the 88 to 90 Milan team. It's the best European team I've ever seen. Like, of privilege of watching. But like, for me, quarterfinals, like, they've got a very good squad. It's filled with quality. It's matured as well. Mainan, for me, is top 3 goalkeeper in the world. Olivier Giroud, his energy, obviously, even as an experienced player, that maturation you need. Banaka, Tonali, and the pivot, obviously, they've got experience. Got a very solid back four that's filled of quality. And obviously, you've got Rafael Leao, for me, who's in the top 5 best young winners in football. Like, there's a very good squad there. So, if anything, no later in the quarterfinals. I'm in the same opinion as Jordan, to be honest. I think same thing. But although the only thing is, though, is Pioli and Conte both have a similar identity. Like, they're very good at managing games, like in the league and other competitions. But Europe-wise, both of them haven't been the best. So I completely agree with that on that one. But I'm just glad to see the President's Award's been given to Arrigo Sacchi because he absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, and Owen, I mean, the final this season is at the Ataturk Stadium. Now, we all know the final there the last time, and obviously Reece will be very disappointed when I tell him that it was Liverpool coming back from 3 goals down to beat AC Milan on penalties as well. How are you feeling going into the Champions League this season? Do you think we go one better?
God, it would be a very tall order, especially after we've started. We still got time to sign players. Liverpool need to sign, I would say, 2 midfielders, honestly, because if you think about it, if you ask yourself the question, I mean, Henderson and Milner started because of all of our injuries. But like, would they get into any other top team, in pot 1 or pot 2 of this Champions League, Henderson or Milner? I don't know. And I'd rather get midfielders like we've been linked today with Frankie de Jong. De Jong, for example, and he's someone who, you know, would get into most of those teams. So, you know, if we can improve our midfield, then yes, we've got a chance. But we've also got Jurgen at the helm. I've got his European record for Liverpool in front of me. He's managed 73 games, mainly in the Champions League, but also in the Europa. 73 games, 44 wins, 14 draws, and only 15 losses. 15 losses in 73 games. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. So with Jurgen, you never know. He might bring the best out of the team again.
You never know, indeed. I mean, yeah, look, I think obviously, Josh, obviously, I think you would obviously hope that obviously Chelsea could maybe go, one better and obviously, win it again. Because that final, we all remember it against Manchester City. I think everyone kind of expected City to win that day, but Chelsea managed to win. I mean, Thomas Tuchel, you can't write him off, can't write Chelsea off at all. So how far realistically do you think you could go? That's all right. I will actually ask. I'll actually ask Reese this. Celtic and Rangers. How could you see both of them going through the group stage or potentially dropping down to the Europa League?
Well, I hope Celtic finish fourth. Like, plain and simple. I couldn't care less about them. I hope they finish fourth. But for the sake of Scottish football alone, it'd be great for the Scottish clubs to stay in Europe as much as they can. But I would love for Celtic just to finish fourth and get knocked out. Like, that would be perfect. I think Rangers have got a good chance. I think when it comes to European football, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is far better in Europe than he is in the league, and I've said that a few times, and I stand by it. I also think his style is actually better for Europe than Ange Postelegbou's. I don't think he's actually very good at managing in Europe at all, and it's reflected. But he had some decent results though, like in the Europa League last year. But
yeah,
even so, they're still not good enough. Like, the team's overhyped to hell. It's overhyped to hell. I don't think they're that good. I just think they can just pass the ball really well and they're good with ball possession. I don't actually think they're good enough in Europe. I think I'd be very surprised if they actually get a win in the group stage. I actually would be very surprised. I don't think they're capable of it. But if they go...
Interesting.
They get to the conference... If they get to Europa League by qualifying through the preliminary round, because obviously that's the new rule, then fair enough.
Yeah.
I think Rangers are either finishing second or finishing third. I think Rangers are capable of it. Like, they've got a decent squad. The manager knows what he's doing. And you saw it last night, like, and obviously situation where they were 2-0 down in the first qualifying round as well, 2-0 down and comfortably win the second leg, and obviously go to Eindhoven and keep a clean sheet when not many people would have expected it. It's great. So yeah, for me, I'm all happy with that, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just getting the trophy out now. Hammett Altintop, remember him? So he's just lifted. He's just brought the trophy now. Yaya Toure is being introduced as well. I think he's one of the special guests to do the draw. But we're still missing the Claudio Ranieri lookalike. We're still waiting on Giorgio Marchetti.
I wonder who Yaya Toure is representing. Is he representing Barcelona? Is he representing Man City? Or is he representing Tottenham?
He's representing Spurs, man. He's now I think he's just been announced as one of our academy coaches, under 21 or under 16 coach. So,
how do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. He's a good player. I don't know if he's a good coach though. That's the thing. He wasn't really good at listening to instructions, but he had immense talent. So I'm sure he can teach the boys a lot. Our academy is it's not that great, to be honest. So we need some top quality players and people of his stature to come in. He should be able to take it to the next level, or at least improve it in some type of way.
Yeah, why is it so bad? Why is your academy so bad? I mean, for a London club, you should have tons of talent in London.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like for a London club, we should have a lot better. If you look at Arsenal, you look at Chelsea, they're constantly flooding through a talent of youngsters. With Tottenham, it's more that we don't breed them through correctly. We usually send them out on loans to League One clubs, Championship clubs, and then before they ever get the chance to play for Tottenham, we sell them at 18, 19, try get these small £1 million deals in. And it happens to loads and loads of our youngsters that all the Tottenham fans think have talent. So I think it's just a case of that. And now it's sort of a known thing that going to Tottenham, similar to Chelsea, the players know they're not going to get an opportunity unless you're literally the best in the academy, which Dane Scarlett even now just been sent out on loan. So yeah, I think it's just the case that we don't have the quality and the players are realising this and we don't manage it correctly.
That's a good point, because I was going to say on the back of that, you've got three. I watched the academy games for Man United, so I've seen Tottenham play, and there's three academy players. You've just mentioned one of them, funnily enough, in Dane Scarlett. I rate Dane Scarlett, I rate Troy Parrott, and I rate Olivier Skip. I think you've got three good young talents there. So you need to give them more opportunity. So all in all, I do agree with you. I think you need to put as much investment you can, but it doesn't help though. And this is no disrespect to Tottenham, but you've got a manager who, like your previous manager, well, not the previous one, the one beforehand, Jose Mourinho. Conte's all about the here and now. Like no disrespect, no disrespect to your young players. It's just how it is. He's all about the here and now, and he prefers experience. You have to be exceptional to get into his team. So yeah, I completely agree. I think loan spells are probably the best bet you're going to get right now.
Talking about loan spells, Dele Alli has completed his loan move to Besiktas in Turkey. So Dele Alli is
fall from grace. We're delighted to be joined by Patrick from True City Fan TV. How are you, Patrick?
He's on the phone.
1 minute. He's on the phone.
I think he's trying to think of a magic curse counter to Yaya Toure for Pep this season.
But no, it's I actually think that Yaya Toure and Hamit Altintop are definitely doing the draw.
Yeah.
So I think they're they're literally just waiting now for Giorgio Marchetti, and we did promise that these things were going to go. And
I don't know if he's taking part. I wonder if he's taking part in the draw. I don't know if he is, just by looking at it, because it's been there for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle
always going on, aren't they? Before the draw, these people, they always go on and on before the actual draw starts. You know, more waffling than a Belgian food truck.
I need to go like 30 minutes to catch my train, so they better actually hurry up, otherwise.
Hey, you working tonight, like?
No, he's going to see Linfield potentially go through to the Europa Conference League.
You're away to watch the Scottish Rangers then? Good lad. So the Irish Rangers, I should say. The Irish clubs like Linfield. We claim them as Scottish though. Linfield are one of us.
That is.
They could be the first ever club in Irish League history to get into the group stages of European competition. So it's a massive game.
Fantastic. Yeah, huge. Who are you playing, Josh?
Well, there's not the team I support. I'm going to neutral, but they're playing RVS from Latvia. Linfield were 2-0 up away from home last week, and I conceded 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the game to come back to 2 draws. So the pressure's on them.
Right. Second time lucky. We're delighted to be joined by Patrick from True City Fan TV. How are you, Patrick?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, the Bluetooth headsets are not working.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I just left them, so it's fine. Because I like them because you can walk sometimes if you want to do something, you can walk away. But now it's fine. I'll just use the cables. How you doing, guys? It's nice to see you. I see you're representing AC Milan instead of Man United. But anyway.
Well, I can't represent somebody who's not in the Champions League, can I?
I know. That's
It was, to be fair, it was a toss of a coin. It was either my AC Milan shirt or my Rangers shirt. Toss of a coin.
Here he is. Here he is. There's a Claudio Ranieri lookalike. Giorgio Marchetti, UEFA Deputy General Secretary. He will be talking about the draw.
Absolutely.
You better hurry up.
Yeah, Patrick, how are you feeling about City's chances this season?
The hope left after my hope left after the Chelsea final. That's it. From now on, it's just hope. It's just luck. Whatever happens, the heart of being hopeful has gone after that final. I'm done. I just hope for the best these days.
It's the hope that kills you.
It is. It killed me. So now, I think all City fans are the same now. After the Chelsea final, they just say, you know what, we're done. Whatever happens.
I remember doing a stream with Patrick. This was absolutely beautiful. I remember doing a stream with Patrick literally a month before the Champions League final, and City had just qualified, and then he got Chelsea, and he's like, "We're going to win this," and I literally just went, "This is going to last City final for 5 years. You're not winning this."
I know you did. You cursed us. You say we're not going to reach another final for 5 years.
I did say that.
Yeah,
one year's already happened. You lost to the champions, so
yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But whoever we get this time, I fancy them, us and them having a difficult time both sides. It also depends on when you get to the semi-finals. If you're fit, your team is fit. Because I think Liverpool were tired by the time they go to the final, so that's also another issue, you know. Yeah.
No, you're spot on.
Definitely. More Magpie, no. Quite simply, no. Are UEFA ever on time? No, definitely not. It is one of those things where you just have to say, just get on with it. Just get on with it. We just want to find out who we get. Obviously, myself and Owen, we did a wee simulator actually earlier. Can you remember who yours was, Owen? I think if I remember him rightly, I had Inter Milan and Rangers, and I can't remember the other team.
Well, I had Liverpool getting Frankfurt, Sporting, and Rangers, which would be lovely. Man City with Leipzig, Salzburg, and Celtic, which sounds like you've paid them again, Patrick. You've paid them again. And we've got Tottenham had Porto, Shakhtar, and Marseille, which would be a great group to watch. And yeah, I mean, you know, if only this were real. And AC Milan had Barcelona, Leverkusen, and Pilsen. I don't know if anybody likes beer out there. I stopped drinking several years ago, but I lived in the Czech Republic for a couple of years, and Pilsen is where Pilsner comes from. So all lager basically was invented in Pilsen. But what you have in Britain is awful lager that's packed with tons of chemicals, and it's like it gives you a big hangover, and everyone's like, oh, why is my head hurting? Because of all the gunk in your beer. In Pilsen, it's protected by the government, much like in Germany. So if you want a really good pint, then I hope you get Pilsen, and you could go to that away match, whoever it is. And on my little... Sorry, just to finish off, I digress as usual. Chelsea had Paris Saint-Germain, Dortmund, and Club Brugge, which is another tasty group. But it's all tasty, it's all delicious, like Pilsner beer, the real one.
I love it when they explain the shore. I love when they explain the shore. Like for these football fans have never watched a draw in their life, we're all new to the sport. Like it takes so long to explain something like we already know.
Yeah, exactly. Pick some teams.
Just to let people know, Shakhtar Donetsk, obviously they are in pot 3. They'll be playing in Warsaw. I think they've been playing in Warsaw a wee while actually. So yeah, this season they will be playing in Warsaw because obviously. What's that?
I was just going to say they're going to struggle because I watched the Daniel Kiev game and like. Daniel Kiev just did not look fit. They just didn't like mentally prepared or physically prepared or tactically prepared or anything. You know, I feel bad. I feel bad for Shakhtar and Kiev because it's obviously they're not really playing proper football games at the moment, and it's just unfair on them. But you know, at least they're going to get a shot to try and make something happen from it.
I agree.
Definitely.
I didn't do predictions. I didn't do like simulators. I just done predictions for the only teams I'm representing. So that was my groups.
Yeah, they are now actually talking about obviously the 8 teams in pot 1. So it does look like we are about to get underway before time. Yeah,
I may as well say it now. I may as well say it now, Doug. So like, I can't actually say what I claimed it is. I've done based on the 3 teams, like obviously I've got. So like my draws, I've done in order of pot 1 order. I've done Porto, Sevilla, Salzburg, Rangers. I've done Milan, Atletico, Sporting, and Club Brugge, and I've got PSG, Leipzig, Napoli, Celtic as the 3 obviously that I've put. Because Celtic would definitely finish 4th in that group.
Oh, aye. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they are. I mean, Ajax are an interesting one, Reese. I mean, obviously they have lost, Ten Hag, but you look at Ajax at the moment, and they've started very, very well in the Dutch league.
Yeah, my only concern though is they're going to lose a few more players, and they don't seem reluctant to spend. So, as good as Ajax are promoting players and all that, and I respect that and all, but if you're going to be in the Champions League, you're going to be fighting for trophies. They need to have more than that. They need quality all round. Yeah. I do think they need to spend, and if anything,
right, here we go. There we go. So basically, pot 1 is about to begin.
Doug, is that Yaya?
Yeah, that's Yaya.
Yeah, that's Yaya. Yeah.
So you're screwed.
Patrick is shaking right now.
First team is Ajax.
First team, Ajax. So Ajax go into pot 1. Group A, sorry. Group A. Ajax and Group A. That's all right. Ajax begins with A in pot A and Group A.
Pick the guy who cursed us. Wow, that's funny.
That's your own fault. It's your manager's fault. I'm actually surprised I'm slightly ahead of you, Doug. You must be watching on YouTube as well on the BT. Like I'm watching the PlayStation. I'm surprised we're at the same time, Doug.
I know.
You're always ahead of me.
Second team coming out is
Porto.
FC Porto. FC Porto go into Group B. FC Porto go into Group B. I am looking at Porto for potential Liverpool, potentially.
I would actually like Porto to do well in Europe. Like Portuguese teams, like they get so underappreciated in Europe. I'd like to see them go far.
Not for the third time. Not for the third time, Doug. Porto again for the third time with Liverpool.
You'll definitely get Leipzig, or you'll definitely get Leipzig. It just seems to happen. Third team, Doug, is Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich go into Group C.
Calling it now, like I've actually got them or Real Madrid again to win the Champions League.
They are my favourites to win it this season.
Yeah, they're a more versatile team, especially with how they're playing right now. Like system changed a lot. Mane's been dominant with Musiala.
Sadio Mane. I was just about to say that he's been excellent. He has really, really been excellent.
Agreed. Group D is going to
Group D
is going to Yaya Toure has picked out Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt. The Europa League winners, but they have lost a few players this season. Mostly as Kostic. Is he still there?
He's still there. Just I think they need to get Boer fit, and obviously Götze is a brilliant signing for them.
Yeah,
they've still got Sol, they've still got Ndika, Kevin Trapp for who knows how long. Like we'll see, but I don't think anybody would want to play Frankfurt and just be confident. They're a hard team to break down, and I know that full well from the Europa League final. AC Milan.
AC Milan Group E. AC Milan Group E.
All I'm going to tell you is, coming from Patrick, I'll tell you now, and Jordan, Yaya Toure, when he picked them out, didn't look happy. He had the straightest face I've ever seen. I think he's waiting for Man City so he can go right.
He is.
Let's fuck him over.
Start getting to work. He's probably got like a little magic ball or doll in his pocket.
He did. Just watch him give us something difficult. Just watch him.
Real Madrid, Doug. Group F.
Real Madrid Group F. So the only two that haven't been read out is Patrick's Manchester City and PSG. So
wow, what a coincidence! Yeah. What a coincidence! Yeah. You're picking us last. Wow.
I think he's might get picked now. I think he's might go to Group G. Let's see. He's looking.
We'll see.
He's looking happy. It is Manchester City.
Manchester City in Group G, which means that PSG will be in Group H.
Who's that representing Manchester City? Is that Cheeky Bigaristan? Who's
let's
that?
see
I
his
think
face.
so.
Let me see his face. He's always there. They're all there. Fair and
He's a
cheeky. Always there.
he's a brilliant director of football.
Oh
he's
no, that's
done-
fair. That's fair. That's not cheeky. That's fair.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
cheeky? I
that-
thought it was cheeky. I think he's done amazing for you guys. Like, I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been great. And there was a documentary of them two talking. I see why maybe now they do well in the window.
More Magpie said, "Imagine a Spurs versus City match in this at some point."
No,
That would be
no.
revenge for City fans if they can get it.
Yeah. Keep them away from Liverpool and City. Keep
That's
them
for my way
Spurs
for Patrick.
So
There we go.
I'll ask this now for you, Doug. Obviously, for yourself, Owen, like chip in for 2 years. If you're like Liverpool fans right now, ideally, what group do you want to go into?
FC Porto or
Yep.
no? Actually, I'm going to say this now. I would like to face someone new. So I'd like Frankfurt. We haven't faced Frankfurt. I don't
agreed.
think for a long time. So I would like to
about
see us get
PSG?
Frankfurt.
What about PSG?
PSG definitely on a personal level, yeah, because I live 10 minutes from the Parc des Princes.
Oh.
I could probably get a ticket. So purely selfish reasons, yeah, I'd love to do it. But they're looking really damn good. Have you seen how they started this
Yeah,
season?
they're dangerous.
I
Now they're
know
dangerous.
Farmers League, blah, blah, blah. But it's madness, man. Did you see Kylian Mbappe scored a goal after 8 seconds the other day against Lille? And they beat Lille 7-1.
Is that the fastest? Is that the fastest goal scored?
It might be, I don't know.
Fastest
I
recorded
haven't
goal in
checked.
League One history. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. So such a better move
that
than
the
Liverpool passing it. Go on.
It's not the fastest goal in Europe. Just Cliftonville scored against Carrick in 6 seconds.
No, it's
Alright.
it's not that. It's Mbappe's goal against Lille was the fastest recorded goal in League One history.
In Liga, yeah, but not in European
Yeah.
history. But yeah, 6 seconds. I'm
First
sure
team.
United's gone up to 6 seconds.
First team is coming
Yeah,
out.
We've had fast goals before. First team drawn, Doug, is Leipzig. Oh, you
RB Leipzig.
Leipzig
RB
in Group
Leipzig.
A. I don't have it in front of me, but are they in Group A with Ajax?
keep
Is
them
that right?
away from groups.
Oh, we don't know. They're just being.
Just keep
Well,
away
they can't get Group C, B, D, or A. So it's in Group E, F, G, or H.
Keep them away from AC Milan. Keep them away.
You know what's
Oh
going to
my-
happen, don't you? You know what's going to happen.
Man City. It's Man City or PSG.
They're coming to Man City. Watch them, and they're going to give us trouble again.
Here we go.
Well, we
Group-
will see.
Group
Group
F.
F. Real Madrid and RB Leipzig.
Madrid,
Ooh.
Madrid
That's
better be careful with that team. Better be careful with that team.
I look forward
Yeah.
to that time. That'll be a good tie.
Werner, especially, I think, as well,
Yeah.
being back at Leipzig is quite interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, he'll be good for them this year. The second team drawn is Juventus.
Juventus, right? So they can't go in Group P, but they could be in Group G, H, D, C, B, or A.
You know what I'd love to see? I would
Oh
love.
no, actually, they can only be in G or H. G
Yeah,
or
it's
H.
Destiny. That's destiny. They're coming this side.
I would love Juventus to get Man City. I think that'd be such a
Yeah.
brilliant. I think that'd be a brilliant tie.
Juventus are awful.
No, they are. But I think in Europe, though, Allegri he does better in Europe than they're doing in the league right now. H.
H. So PSG are with Juventus.
Oh, if you are a Juventus or PSG fan watching this, that's going to be electric. Di Maria
That'll
back
be a
at
great
PSG.
tie. That'll be a great tie.
Di Maria
Wow.
back. Di Maria's
I hope
back.
Vlahovic plays. I hope Vlahovic plays because he's been on the bench. France.
Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't get a game. He's so good.
He should have come to the Premier League team.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The third team, Doug,
Third team.
it is Tottenham. Jordan, you're up.
Tottenham Hotspur. Jordan, Tottenham,
Oh.
Tottenham.
Here we go.
So they can
Oh,
be
man, top good
in
news.
A, B, C, D, or E.
Oh, they can't come to us yet. Oh, thank God.
Give us. You know what? Actually, I would honestly love to see Milan versus Tottenham.
Are
Give
you
it-
sure?
That's
give
my
us-
number one pick.
So you're
Yeah,
going
Milan
back to
Tottenham
Milan?
would be fun.
Come on, give us Group E. Come on, Group E.
Frankfurt. This is Spurs. If they could get Frankfurt.
Yep, Spurs.
Here we go. Tottenham have been selected. Group D.
Group D.
Frankfurt.
So Tottenham have got Eintracht Frankfurt.
That's such an easy one for them.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
That's such an easy draw for Spurs.
Well done,
I wouldn't get
Spurs.
so cocky about that one.
Yeah,
It's not-
Frankfurt
it's
are
not an easy draw.
Frankfurt are not a good side.
But
I'm
this is
sorry,
a
but
good
they got further in Europe than you did last year.
Yeah, they won a penalty shootout. What did they do? That's the lottery.
They still won a European trophy. What did you win? Nothing.
Next team out is Liverpool. Liverpool.
Bring them to Group D.
So they can get
Sorry,
C, B, or A. Come on. Give us Porto.
Ajax would be nice.
Nah,
you
you
always
you know what I want?
France.
See all the Liverpool fans that said Salah's better than Mane need a humbling. Give them Bayern Munich so Mane can wipe the floor with them.
Oh, come on. Salah's much better than Mane.
No,
I
he's
can see
Okay,
being
He's
Bayern.
much better. Salah's much
Group
better.
A. So Ajax have Liverpool.
Nice.
Ah.
I like that.
Liverpool
That's
and
fun.
Ajax.
Van der Sar is
That's
actually Van der Sar is smiling right now. He's like, yes. That'll be a
Let's
good
get to
tie in
Liverpool,
Amsterdam. That'll be a good tie in Amsterdam.
It'll be fun,
Anfield.
yeah.
I'll take that. Ajax, yeah. I'll take that.
When was the last time you played Ajax in the Champions League? Surely it's a long
I'll
years
find
back.
out for you.
Sevilla.
It was a few seasons ago, actually. Sevilla.
I know they beat us in the 70s, like by the luck of the fog. Like they beat us in the 70s, but like
Sevilla can only be drawn in Group B or C. And G.
I think they'll get Porto. I don't think you'll get. Although to be fair, you would love
Well, who's
Sevilla.
left? Barcelona still in there?
Barcelona versus
I would love them. I would love Barcelona. I have so much hate for that team.
Did you watch the friendly?
Yeah, I did. They were just gifting each other goals. That's what they were doing.
Group G.
Group G, Manchester City have Sevilla. Man City and Sevilla.
That's a good tie, though. Like that's a good tie.
Is it?
I like watching Sevilla play.
That's very difficult, man. I'm scared.
I like Sevilla. I think that's going to be a really good game.
But
Still managed by
I love
Lopetegui.
Kunde gone.
Still managed by Lopetegui, yeah. Here we go. It's Barcelona.
Oh, right.
They can
Stop.
B or
have
C.
AC Milan, Porto, or Bayern.
B or C, so it could be FC
If
Porto
they go
or
to
Bayern
my
Munich.
God.
They're gonna get Porto, the lucky twats, man.
If they get Bayern Munich, I hope they get Benfica.
No, I think they're gonna give them easy right this time. I want them to stay. I want them to stay long.
Come on, Group B. I want the same group as last year. It is Group C. They got Porto.
Yeah.
No,
No,
Group C
Bayern
is
Munich.
Bayern. Bayern
Bayern
Munich
Munich
is
and
Group C.
Barcelona.
Oh, one more to go.
And now
So-
the guy who rescues them is at Barcelona now. So wait. Now that's complicated. So now Lewandowski is at Barcelona. He's no longer at Bayern.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea can get. I think Chelsea can only get Porto. I think,
AC Milan.
or maybe AC. I think actually no. I think Chelsea are in AC Milan's group. Here's
Here we go
Chelsea.
again.
Chelsea have just been drawn out.
Straight in. Yep, they're with us.
Bayern Munich.
Yep.
Go give us Porto, lads. Go on.
You see, Chelsea's gonna have the easy ride again. Get to the final, fluke it again.
AC Milan and Chelsea. AC Milan and
Oh,
Chelsea.
no.
Seville's an easy ride. Seville's a good draw for you.
Obviously, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Lewandowski returning to his former club.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting.
So that means that there is only one club left, and it is Atletico Madrid, and they will go into Group
them.
B.
Against
thank
Porto.
God. I don't
With
like
Porto,
them.
yeah.
I hate
That's
them.
that's some identical draws to last season.
Yeah,
Porto and
Atletico
Atletico in the same group.
Wait a minute. Atletico Madrid and Porto play the same football. Very violent football, cheating. good. It's good they're both together. We're gonna enjoy this time.
Yeah. So just to clarify, Group A, we have Ajax and Liverpool. Group B, FC Porto and Atletico Madrid. Group C, Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Tasty. Group D, Eintracht Frankfurt and Tottenham. Group E, AC Milan and Chelsea. Group F, Real Madrid and RB Leipzig. Group G, Manchester City and Sevilla. And Group H, PSG and Juventus.
Wow, looks good so far.
It does. Looks very, very good so far. It looks very, very good so far. I'm looking forward to obviously Group pot 3 there. We've also got Dortmund, Salzburg, Donetsk, Benfica, Inter Milan, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, and Bayer Leverkusen. So I'd imagine probably the Italian clubs. No, actually,
There's some really strong. I really want Benfica to get Bayern and Barca, so we have the exact same as last year.
Well, Borussia Dortmund had Ajax last season.
True.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see who made the payment this morning. We were about to find out.
Obviously, you.
Who made the payment this morning? If the check didn't bounce, you're gonna find out today.
Nice to see Leverkusen back in the Champions League, actually.
I think Leverkusen are going to get the Europa League from their group. I genuinely think they will.
Wait,
here we go.
Celtic and Rangers are both there.
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, Rangers
both of them
qualified last
before,
night.
yeah.
Celtic are a bogey team. They always manage to get a draw or beat us somehow. I don't get it.
Celtic are shit, don't worry. Celtic are shit.
Well, that's what they said before
Right.
they had a 2-2 draw at the Etihad.
Let's see. First team drawn, Doug, just telling you now. Because I seem to be slightly ahead of you, which is really funny.
It is funny. More
Normally I'm
Magpie
the
saying
one behind
Bayern.
everyone.
More Magpie saying Bayern, Barca, and Inter, please. That would be something.
Oh, it's Napoli.
Napoli. Yeah, Liverpool played Napoli before.
We can't
I
get
don't
Napoli because
know.
we're in AC Milan's group. So
Difficult.
So
See.
Napoli can be an A, B, C, or D. A,
Oh,
B,
they
C,
can
or
be
D.
They can be in G.
No.
Yep, no, they can't be in E, F, G, or H, so they can only be in E, A, B, C, or D. I've got a feeling this is going to be Liverpool's group. I've got a feeling.
You just seen
It's Group A. Group A.
It's
There's
Group
Group
A
A.
with Ajax
So
and
Napoli,
Liverpool. And Napoli.
Napoli and Liverpool again. Napoli,
Somebody-
Liverpool, and Ajax.
Somebody touched in. Wait, somebody gave in that brown envelope this morning.
That's an interesting. They've started the
It's an
season really
interesting
well,
one.
Napoli.
Yeah, absolutely. And to answer your question before about Ajax, I mean, there have been 4 official games between Liverpool and
Salzburg.
Ajax. The last time was in the group stage back in 2020-21 season. And Liverpool won both of those games 1-0. And before that was in 1966 when Amsterdam
The
Ajax
fog.
beat us 5-1. And then there was a 2-2 draw at Anfield. So there you go. Liverpool have won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1 against Ajax in their history.
Yeah,
I'll look up Napoli.
Yeah, FC Salzburg can be in Group B, C, D, E, F, G, or H. So
I
this
would
would be very
like
interesting.
I want Salzburg to join us, to be fair.
I
I think
hate-
Chelsea
I hate
and Milan
that
Salzburg
nightmare.
are a good group.
Thy nightmare, though. Thy nightmare.
Group E.
Tricky little team.
Group E.
Called
So
it.
AC Milan, Chelsea, and Red Bull Salzburg.
Ooh.
I'll take Salzburg. They're not a great. They're a decent team in Europe, but surely Chelsea will enough to beat them.
Have they still got Adeyemi? Does he still play for
No,
them?
he's at Dortmund now.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Can I?
But they've got
I was half close.
they've got the
That's
young
not too bad.
Croatian guy. Salzburg,
Benfica.
right?
Benfica.
Please be Group C. Please be Group C. Make me the happiest
They
man
can
on
be
this
in.
team.
No, Benfica cannot be in Group C. They
What?
can only be in F, G, or H.
That's crap. How can Bayern not get? How can Bayern and Barca not get
Bring
Benfica?
them on.
Are they scared of repeat draws of Barcelona going into the Europa League?
I don't know. Benfica go in to Group H. So Benfica are with PSG and Juventus.
Benfica will
Oh,
cause
good.
Benfica will cause some problems.
Yeah, it'd be a great
Especially in
game to
Portugal.
watch. Benfica.
Especially in Portugal.
Yeah, in front of the Stadium of Light. I don't call it the Stadio de Benfica. I think it's crap. I call it the Stadium of Light. That's going to be a quality matchup. Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, Dortmund. Right, they can't get Group C or D, and they also cannot get Group F. So they could.
Don't bring them
B
this
or
way, don't
G
bring
is
them.
Man City or
Does
Porto
Manchester City,
Atletico?
Manchester City,
Man City,
Sevilla, and
Seville.
Borussia
Again.
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Again.
Haaland returning
Again.
to the Signal Iduna Park. Ooh.
They're very
Oh.
difficult to play. They're very difficult to play.
With Adeyemi, especially.
Yeah. We didn't
Okay.
pay.
At least
we didn't
we've
pay
actually-
anything, it seems.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Porto and Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, it's got to be. But yeah, so FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, and Bayer Leverkusen. That's a tasty wee group.
That's a group of death so far, in my opinion. That's a group of death.
Yeah. So we've got three more. We've got Inter Milan, Sporting Lisbon, and Shakhtar.
I'd like to see Shakhtar do well. Not because I've done a FIFA series with them, but just in general. I'd like, for all the crap they went through, it is Sporting Lisbon. I'd like to see
Lisbon.
do well. I'd like to see him do well.
Can they get D or F then? D or F?
It's C or D. It's C and
C,
D.
D,
only.
F, C, D, or F. I'm going to say Tottenham's group. I'm going to say Group D.
I'm going Group C.
Maisie's face, if she gets Bayern Munich or Barcelona, could be a picture.
I agree. It's Group D.
Group D, it's Tottenham Hotspur and Eintracht Frankfurt. Oh, wow. Sporting CP, Tottenham, and Eintracht Frankfurt. That is tasty stuff.
You know what's good? You know what's good about that group? They all play back threes. It's the back three group.
Oh yeah, they do. that.
That is very true. The next team out is
Shakhtar.
Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm guessing that they can only go into Group F. I've got a feeling.
Yeah, that's
Or
correct.
C? No?
Yep, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar.
Real Madrid, Leipzig, or
Okay.
and Shakhtar. So that means that Inter Milan have got Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
Oh,
That slapped Madrid before. Remember twice. They did
Yes.
Madrid twice. Yeah.
Yep, they certainly did.
Where's Sheriff this time? Is Sheriff here? Because Sheriff also beat Madrid.
No,
twice.
sadly not. Not this time. Not this time, unfortunately.
All I'm going to
So-
say is they've got a better chance of getting out. They've got a better chance of getting out the group if they do well.
Yeah. So, just to clarify, Group A, we have Ajax, Liverpool, and Napoli. Group B, FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, and Bayer Leverkusen. Group C, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter Milan. Group D, Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham Hotspur, and Sporting CP. Group E, AC Milan, Chelsea, RB Salzburg. Group F, Real Madrid, Leipzig, and Shakhtar Donetsk. Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, and Borussia Dortmund. And Group H, PSG, Juventus, and Benfica. And obviously, Josh has had to pop out because obviously he's going to Linfield. And obviously, good luck to them tonight. And obviously, good luck to Hearts tonight as well to try and beat FC Zurich at Tynecastle. I saw a lot of Hearts fans heading towards Tynecastle earlier today because I work quite near Tynecastle. So
20,000
but yeah.
expected tomorrow.
what's that?
20,000 expected apparently tonight.
20,000.
Mm-hmm. This
Very,
is good.
very
This is
interesting.
not going to be. There's some tasty teams in pot four. Like Club Brugge, I really want them to get Group E because I want De Ketelaere to score a hat trick, but against his former club. But there's some really interesting teams in here. Another one actually we haven't actually mentioned: Marseille in pot four.
Yeah.
The only
How are
French
they doing actually? How are they doing in the French league at the moment?
I'm not actually.
I'm gonna look it up, but I was speaking to a Marseille fan the other day, and it's almost like football's become a taboo subject for them because they're not very happy with.
They signed Eric
the way
Bailly
things
from.
are going.
I think they've signed Eric Bailly on loan or permanent from Man United.
Yes.
Loan
Yeah,
offer
okay.
there's a loan offer with an option 6 million if they qualify for the Champions League
Okay.
next season. All I'm gonna say is make it happen.
Right, we do have Celtic and Rangers in this pot, so
All I'm
we'll
gonna-
see.
I hope Rangers avoid Group E.
I'd like to play the Rangers. We've never played them before. In recently, yeah. Celtic, we always get them.
It's who's up first? Celtic.
Celtic. Oh,
No, stay away, stay away. That's a bogey team. Don't allow it to do that. Oh, stay away.
They can only get E, B, C, or D. No, they can't. Sorry, it's E, F, G, H.
yeah,
So,
they
yeah,
can get anybody. They can get anybody. So
I think-
8 possibilities for Celtic. Who
I would
are they going
really want
in?
them. I want them to get PSG and Juventus. I really want them to get a Tosin.
I would
I
take
really
them in
do.
Group A. I'd take them in Group A.
Here we go.
That'd be great.
They have got Group F.
Group
Group
F.
F.
Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic.
Madrid paid. Madrid have paid somebody. You paid your dues today. Give that brown envelope. Madrid. Oh my God. It means
Oh,
they're gonna
that's
make it again.
That's
They
a
are
hard one. That's a hard one for Celtic, but they knew it was going
Here's
to be
the
hard.
position. If you're a Celtic fan watching this, that's where you're finishing. They are absolutely doomed. Who's next? It's
By the way,
Marseille.
Marseille have
Marseille.
they've won 2 and drawn 1 of their opening 3 fixtures in Liga, so it's actually been a very good start for them.
You
Including
can only
their-
get A, B, C, or D according to this.
Okay. Their
I
last match they won against Nantes, despite being down to 10 men.
Oh, really?
We've played Marseille in the past.
I hate Marseille for different reasons.
French teams against City doesn't
Group
go
D.
well.
Group D,
teams
Marseille.
doesn't go well.
Group D. So we have Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille. I think Spurs will be
Nice.
happy with that.
It's a good.
Yeah, but those are difficult. Those are difficult games, though.
They're it's very balanced. I think it's a really balanced group.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
watching
it
the
is as well.
stream with a Marseille fan, and he's doing the live draw and reacting to it, and he just went absolutely
Copenhagen.
crazy. So the Marseille fans will be happy with that. I think it's very
FC
even.
Copenhagen. FC Copenhagen. So they can go in A, B, C, E, G, or H.
I would like them in
They're very
group. I
difficult
don't
games.
want Copenhagen. No disrespect to them. I don't want them.
They're very
You don't want
difficult
them?
players.
Copenhagen. It
No,
should be
I think
easy.
it'd be a
6
boring tie.
points.
I want an entertaining tie.
Copenhagen's a lovely place to visit. If anyone's going there.
If they get Group E though, that means I'm safe from Rangers Milan. So if I do get Group E from Copenhagen, then great. Let's see Group G.
Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund, and FC Copenhagen.
That's very
And you-
difficult.
Are you happy with that, Patrick?
Nah,
No.
Looks like the envelope didn't land.
What do you
You want
mean?
your
That's
Ra-
easy. Easy as
You want it
pie.
Rangers?
Oh, they're not easy. I saw them give trouble to other teams last time in the Europa, so they're not easy.
Okay.
Here we go. Who's up next?
I think everybody will struggle.
Club Brugge.
Club Brugge. Club Brugge. Hmm. So we
Another
can
lovely
get
city
A,
to
B,
visit.
C,
Great
E,
great
or
museum.
H. Hmm. Club Brugge. Ooh.
Give me Group E. Come on, I wanted the Kettler reunion.
Club Brugge.
I really want Group E because I want the Kettler to go back to Belgium and smoke them. This was the team I had from pot 4 in my prediction. Group B. You bastard.
Group B. So FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, and Club Brugge.
Nice group. That's a tasty group over there. It's balanced. Not bad.
I'm so petrified. The Rangers are in next.
Rangers.
I'm so petrified.
I don't know if this is true, but obviously Celtic are obviously in Group F. I think Rangers can only get Group C or Group A.
They can get Group E as well, I think. I think they can, I'm not sure. It's Rangers.
Rangers.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Group A. Group A. Group A. That would be lovely.
Oh, shit.
Group A or C, I was right. So who is it? Are we getting a Battle of Britain? Are we getting a Battle of Britain? Or are Rangers getting Bayern Munich, Barcelona, or Inter Milan?
I would honestly take Group A right now because Group C is filled with crap.
Group C's a nightmare.
It's Group A.
Group A!
Group A!
Liverpool Rangers! Battle of
against
Britain.
Rangers.
Battle of Britain! Fantastic. Oh, wow. I will be trying to get tickets to Ibrox.
I will be
You
at
bet
Ibrox.
ya.
I will be at Ibrox.
You betcha. Wow, we do have a Battle of Britain. We do have a Battle of Britain. It is Liverpool Rangers. I tell you something, that's not
Rangers
a bad
versus-
group.
That is actually a really fun group. Dinamo
Zagreb. C, E, or H?
You know what? For how they conducted themselves in the Europa League, I really want them to get Bayern, Barca, and just throttle them. Just throttle them.
Why does everybody just go against Man City? Like everybody's
Because you are a bunch of money laundering, cheating, trophy. You've got a Group E.
Group E. So that is Dynamo Zagreb, RB Leipzig, Chelsea, and AC Milan.
Somebody just want congrats to Man City for making it through round of 16 because you got the easiest group ever. Easiest group where? My God, we are hated.
That's not easy.
These are just money laundering. These are just money laundering goons. Maccabi Haifa.
Haifa.
You've paid.
These have got a good team. These have got a good team, to be fair.
And everybody has paid this, especially Madrid.
C or H? C or H?
C or H. Man, imagine if they
I
were
can
Group
see
C.
Victoria Pilsen going into Group C.
I really hope that for Maccabi Haifa, first time back in the Champions League, give them Group H.
Yeah. It is Group H. Group H. So Maccabi Haifa are in PSG, Juventus, and Benfica.
PSG will whoop that group.
I wouldn't get so cocky.
And that means that the last team is Victoria Pilsen.
This has been a good draw. And you know what? It's been done properly, so we don't have to get a redo.
No.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah,
I know.
You never know.
Oh, yeah. And you never know. Somebody might complain. It's always Madrid. They'll complain. They'll be like,
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Not with that draw.
That is a solid group.
That is a solid group. So, the draw is now done. So, we have Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. Group B, FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. Group C, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pilsen. Oh my days, that is a group of death right there. Group D, Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting CP, and Marseille. Group E, we have AC Milan, Chelsea, RB Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb. Group F, Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund, and FC Copenhagen. And finally, PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. Owen, pretty tasty ties in that Champions League. What's your standout one?
Well, I'm ridiculously self-centered. You know that, Doug. I'm only thinking about Liverpool. But when I look at the other groups, I think Bayern, Barcelona, Inter Milan. Obviously, there's it's not just tasty; it's delicious. And then, I don't know. The other one's Man City. I think you got lucky. You can't convince me otherwise, Patrick. You got lucky as all hell. Chelsea a bit lucky as well with Milan and Salzburg and Zagreb. They should get through, no problem. Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, Club Brugge. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 could go through. So that'll be interesting to watch. I like Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille. I think, as a neutral in any of those matches, I think that'd be really fun to watch. And apart from that, for Liverpool, it's the first time Liverpool have ever played Glasgow Rangers in a competitive match. We've only ever played friendlies, 10 friendlies, but never played a competitive match. So should be great.
Wow. Very interesting, Patrick.
It's also the first time Rangers have ever played Napoli as well.
Yeah, Patrick, what's your thoughts on the draw?
I think it's fair. At the end of the day, everyone will say, "Oh, my team got tougher ties than everybody's team." I think we're all gonna play that game for the past few hours. But I think it's fair, because people have to be careful. If you look at those teams closely, those teams will cause trouble to those big teams because most of those teams are balanced teams, are teams that can give you a bit of a fight. There's no team that's just gonna get rolled over. Even Rangers will give you a bit of a fight. So I'm happy with that. At the end of the day, look, if it's straightforward, where all the big teams make it, it's a good thing. We're gonna meet each other in the round of 16. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna meet, yeah. But anyway, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with everything. Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille is what I'm looking at. It looks like it's a group of balance. Tottenham fans mustn't be excited about that group. Sporting gave us a bit of a fight in the second leg. We drew, I think, 2-2. So Frankfurt are very good. You saw them. So it'll be good. I think I'm happy with the ties, to be honest with you. Ajax might be dusted, but they're going to do well.
Yeah, definitely. It was on. And Reese, I'm just looking at Liverpool Rangers game. You coming to Anfield, we're coming to Ibrox. Should be fantastic.
Yeah, they're going to be 2 good atmospheres. I'll be looking forward to that. I've just seen as well, obviously, I've got no issue with the England women's national team. It's just the men's team. Congratulations to Serena Wegman for getting the Women's Coach of the Year. But on the back of it, in terms of Rangers versus Liverpool, fantastic ties there. I'm looking forward to Rangers versus Napoli and Rangers versus Ajax as well. 1972, first ever Super Cup was European Cup winners Rangers versus European champions Ajax. So it's going to be a reunion of 72. So that's going to be great. All in all, I think that's a very exciting group, and I stand by. I think Rangers could surprise people in that group, but we'll see. I think all in all, really, it's game at a time. But still, these are some quality groups. But the elite competition draws tomorrow, lads. We all know the elite draws tomorrow.
Tune in.
I just had to get that there. I'm actually looking forward to this. I don't think realistically on the balance of it, you cannot call any group straight away for who wins it. And if Ancelotti does not win this, then it's bloody rigged. That's all I'm saying. This has to be Ancelotti.
You'd have to say it's Ancelotti.
I will throw a fit if Ancelotti does not win this.
We'll wait and see, shall we? We'll wait and see.
Has to be Carlo. Come on. Show the man some respect.
Oh, is it Coach of the Year? Is that what they're drawing?
Yeah.
He's not doing his juju again this time. This time, no. If he does that to his if Ancelotti is gonna do that to his eye again, we'll just pack the bus. Just pack the bus. As soon as he does that, pack the bus. Make sure you pack the bus. Put 2 DMs, centre backs, 7 centre backs. Get all the strikers out. Everybody.
Yes, Ancelotti.
Yeah, had to be Ancelotti. But anyway, guys, I am going to end it there. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched, and thank you to everyone who has obviously commented, and thanks Liz for the super chat as well. Thanks to our guest Josh Jordan. I know he had obviously internet problems. I know he was in his car and all that, but very, very big thank you to both of them. And Owen, thank you very much for coming on, and I'm looking forward to this Champions League now.
Oh man, I mean, it's a bit of a group of death with Ajax, Napoli, and Rangers. I don't think any of those games will be easy, but all of them will be beautiful to watch, and we're going to get through, Patrick. We're going to get through.
I know you dropped one of these in the morning. You dropped one of these.
Yeah, right. No, but it's been a real pleasure. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Reese, and thanks to everybody in the chat. Been a great pleasure to be here. Yeah, to have a chat, and yeah, bring it on, bring them all on. I'm always super confident at the start of any season. We're going to bring home number 7. Get another cup on the bus, and it's all going to be fun.
Oh, we shall wait and see. But thank you very, very much for coming on, Patrick. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll need to get you back on the channel, maybe for obviously the Liverpool City preview at some point. But tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, well, as Owen says, we're gonna bring home number 7. We're gonna bring home number 1.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna bring home number 1, the only one, obviously. Now you can find me on Football and Chills podcast. It's just been open for 5 days, and you can also find me on the True City Fan channel. That's where you find City stuff. So that's it. And if you want to find me on Twitter, be careful. I always throw a lot of clubs, so don't take it personal. It's Patrick True City Fan.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure to have you as well. And Reese, thank you very much for coming on. No doubt I'll obviously see you in work tomorrow, and we can obviously discuss this more.
Yeah, we certainly can. We'll be discussing that Rangers are winning the group. Just kidding. It's gonna be quality, man. It's gonna be a good laugh. But all in all, thanks for having me on. I really do appreciate it, and it's been a good laugh and no redraw, so that's a success. That is a success.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Some tasty ties, and it all begins on the 6th of September. Really looking forward to it. We'll wait and see. See you later. Bye bye.